Hello everyone, welcome back to Tap Sac. Today there won't be any games on Spellslingers, but we're gonna show you a few bugs that we've spotted since the D&D Icons expansion released recently. Some of these bugs are affecting the game a lot because they can be abused, some of it are powerful, so it can either help you win or make you lose more often. So let's go check it out. Our very first bug is one that I feel is very damaging if it's not changed in the future, because this creates a combo for blue and white that gives you a lot of value for just 2 cards. So the first card, or the card that in question, is Healer's Kit. So Healer's Kit is an artifact that only costs 1 mana. It comes with 5 charges and can heal anything 1. So normally you would think that it can heal a creature or yourself for 1 life, but right now you can actually move this to target an artifact and give it an additional charge. So I know that the card says heal anything 1, but I'm not sure if they intended it to be able to target artifacts. So right now, for some of the powerful artifacts such as Matron Scepter, normally you get 2 drafts for 2 mana, but with Healer's Kit, healing it every time once per turn, you can actually get up to 6 charges, or basically 6 free cards for just that 2 mana. So for any Spellslingers that can play white, you can actually use Healer's Kit and combine it with any of the other strong artifacts to give it 5 additional charges, although it's only 1 per turn, but to give that much value to a single artifact is kind of unfair. So this bug is from Warlock class. When you cast Whispers of the Grave, the last level in that skill class card, it will give Ashiok an additional life drain whenever nightmares are triggered from the opponent's deck. It's not sure if this is intended, because it says for the rest of the game, after a friendly creature dies during your turn, drain 1 from your opponent. But seeing how the nightmare triggers work, your creatures aren't actually dying and it's not on your turn, they're actually just drawing a card. So not sure how this equates to an additional 1 drain for nightmares, but we're gonna cast it and show you. Alright, so if you've seen, he drew 2 nightmares but actually lost 3 life and I gained 3 life, so that means an additional draining of 1 for each time they trigger nightmares from their deck. So right now that doesn't seem like it's intended because it's not described in the card itself. Or it could be that the Warlock class is really suited for Ashiok, helping her gain an advantage if you can get all the way to level 3 of Warlock class. But I think there needs to be some more clarification from the developers, and maybe from the next patch onwards they'll be clear on whether this was intended or not. So the other bug that I found out while playing lots of Spellslinger is that Tajic Legion's Edge ability doesn't actually work as what is written. So for example, when he attacks, you prevent all damage that enemy spells and traps would deal to other friendly creatures until your next turn. But currently what happens is that if you try to deal burn damage to Tajic, such as with Shock or Pyroclasm, it actually does not hurt him, when in fact it should, since his ability states that it will only prevent damage dealt to other friendly creatures. So this is pretty much the same as in the actual Magic the Gathering game, where Tajic can help prevent burn damage to your friendly creatures but doesn't protect himself. So I believe Tajic Legion's Edge in Spellslingers should also be following that premise. So this is quite impactful, because sometimes if you're playing red and you have that burn spell, you want to kill off, you were planning to kill off some other creature, but now you can't because of Tajic. At least you would have been able to target Tajic himself and then do it again the next turn. But now with Tajic always immune to burn damage, he just needs to attack again and then prevent more damage to all his friendly creatures. So right now that bug is quite strong, and I think it does stop a lot of strategies when you're playing red. So hopefully this bug will get fixed in the future patch. And the last bug I've spotted is with the new legendary creature Matron Malice. It came out with the new D&D Icons expansion. Basically it's a 1 mana 3/1 with ward and can't block, but all that is working as intended. But his passive ability, or her passive ability, doesn't seem to be working right, It says at the end of your turn, if 4 or more creatures enter the graveyard, summon Malice from your graveyard. So basically, she will come back if 4 creatures of yours died on that turn. There have been a couple of games I've come across whereby I'm playing against a Drizzt player and Matron Malice is in the graveyard. So after killing maybe 2 or 3 of their creatures, including their Guinevere token, Matron Malice will actually still come back into the battlefield for them. So I think that is not intended because it should only trigger if 4 or more creatures enter the graveyard. But here it seems that even maybe 3 creatures or 2 creatures plus Guinevere would be sufficient to get Matron Malice back. So it makes Matron Malice a little bit more powerful, still very situational, but then you have to really think about who you want to block and make sure you don't kill maybe 3 creatures of theirs so that Matron Malice won't come back. So hopefully they will fix this bug in the future patch. It's not one of the more damaging bugs so far we've seen, but it can be harmful and it could stop you from getting the win because Matron Malice will come back as an additional attacker. Sorry about the camera, it actually just ran out of battery, so you can't see my face for now, but we'll be back the next time. If you've watched this far, thank you for watching. Really appreciate the time that you have given us. It's not easy to make these videos, but we're very grateful for every like, comment, or subscribe that you've given us. If you haven't subscribed, I hope you will consider, because we try to create more Magic content, whether it's Spellslingers or on Arena or actual Commander games. We do want to help the player base and make everyone a better player. I think we're not the best players around, but we try to make it easy for new players to come in, and we want players to feel included and involved as well. Alright, so that's it for our bug highlight. I hope the developers will take note of this and fix those that are not intended, because these are really affecting the game, and I think also the enjoyment of the game, because sometimes you want to do something and you think it's right, but actually you can't. So at least for me, I've had some experiences, frustrating experiences when these bugs affect me. So hopefully they will release a patch soon and update this. But till then, take care, stay safe, and see you guys next time.